Great. Welcome back. So this is still Media General's coverage of the NPP parliamentary primaries, which are being conducted in 167 constituencies across the country. Let me add that this program is being brought to us by courtesy of Airtel Tigo Extra. It's the season for extra, and social distancing doesn't mean you cannot stay close to your family, friends, and work. That's why Airtel Tigo says it's time. It's time for extra by giving you more of your call and data bundles. Choose from Airtel Tigo's Big Time Data Extra, Fuse Extra, or Extra Unlimited and get extra. It's time for extra. You do feel Just dial *111# to choose a plan today. Airtel Tigo, life is simple. So we have in the studios now joining us guests who will be helping us with the analysis. But before that, quickly, let me hand over to Alfred, who will take us through some figures, statistics regarding the primaries that will be underway very soon.
You're right on that. So let me just start off with some interesting facts. We need to know the gender, equation in here. And it's always been the case. You had political parties try to put measures in place to encourage more women to get into the parliamentary race, because it's clearly a lot more concerned about the fact that there's less women in parliament. What you see on your screen there is some interesting facts about what the NPP is doing right now. 47 out of the total number of candidates seeking the mandate of the delegates to represent the party in the 2020 parliamentary elections are women. 47. That's about 13% of the total number of candidates. We're talking about 13% of the total number of candidates who are seeking the mandate of the people. That's about 308 aspirants we have right now. The rest of the 87% is the men there. You still have predominant number of men contesting. That's what you see right there. What the page you see is TV3 Ghana on Facebook. That all the facts, all the graphics in there, breaking the statistics down for you right there on 3news.com and TV3 Ghana on Facebook. So that's the pie chart that distributes the women and the men in clear reflection graphically right there. So that's what you see there. And the total, we're having total candidates, 369 of them going into this contest. So there's clearly a low number of women who are also going into this particular contest, and that's what indeed is going to be another matter for discussion in the coming days going forward. But that's what you see right there. I'm going to show you as well what's going on with the various constituencies that will be taking part in this particular election. I'm going to see that right on your screens at the moment, and that's what the NPP has put out there, just so you know that overall 73 candidates are contesting in some hotspots that we have identified. We're going to be getting into in a bit. But although the primaries are to be held in 168 constituencies, 310 aspirants will contest in only 100 constituencies, while 65 candidates will go unopposed. The Upper East region, these are the areas, the hotspots that we have identified in the Upper East region, the places to watch right there. And that's first off with the Navrongo Central constituency, where the Minister of Aviation, Joseph Kofiada, who is actually the fourth-term member of Parliament, going head-to-head with the Upper East Regional Minister, Tangoba Abayage. And this is a place to watch, because this is the only constituency where two ministers of state are contesting each other, and that's where it's of interest. And we're going to see exactly how all of this is going to pan out, especially because of the stature and experience of Kofiada, and now also coming head to head with a minister of state as well. So there are two ministers going at each other in that constituency. We're going to see exactly how that pans out as well. In the Greater Accra region, first off is the Adenta constituency. Adenta, even between the NPP and the NDC in a general election, has always been unpredictable. And now, within the NPP's own local election, you see some level of unpredictability there as well in the Adenta constituency. Yababoya Samoa, who is the incumbent communications director of the MPP, is one who is the incumbent member of parliament for the constituency. Three other candidates are contesting him. That's Yababoya Samoa. Adenta is a key swing constituency in the Greater Accra region, and the last two incumbent MPs for Adenta before Boabeng all lost in their primaries. So if you do the analysis, taking into consideration the precedents of elections in this constituency, that clearly tells you that this is a place to watch. So we have eyes on Adenta constituency, and the person who is contesting, in fact, there's three other persons who are contesting Yababoya Samoa are namesake Alfred Abebio, Kumi, Emmanuel Kwesi Mante, and Frida Ajiman Sapong. These are the people who are contesting Yababoya Samoa. Yesterday, we also got to know there was another candidate who was earlier said to have been disqualified, or actually said that he was not going to contest. Well, he came out to clear the air, saying that he is indeed going to contest the Adenta constituency NPP primary. So we have about four other persons who are contesting Yababoya Samoa. That's Emmanuel Kwesi Mante, Frida Ajiman Sapon, Alfred Abebio Kome, and the fourth person who's coming in now to say that the previous news we heard of he being disqualified or he deciding not to contest is not indeed the case. So we have five persons who are actually contesting the Adenta constituency. You see, Dom Kabinya is right there. Dom Kabinya is a place to watch as well. The second-term incumbent member of parliament and minister for procurement, Sarah Joasafo, is going head-to-head with son of the Speaker of Parliament and Ghana's ambassador to India, Michael Koy Jr. The two are contesting each other for the second time. And this is where it gets very interesting, because you see, these persons have been appointed by the current administration in various portfolios. Now, Adjoa is going on again with Michael Koy Jr. to prove a point that she is indeed the preferred choice of the delegates in the Dom Cabinet constituency. Now, it's not going to be easy, because if you look at the previous primaries, the results, it was not so wide to have Adjoa sit comfortably. I want to say that she was in a comfortable lead then. So that's a clear understanding of what is going to be happening specifically in the Dom Cabinet constituency. Apart from Michael Koy Jr., you have the likes of the others who are coming in now, and these two persons going in twice. Now we have eyes there to see what pans out in the Dom Cabinet constituency. So the figures we're going to be giving to you as we go on. But these are the areas to look at for the Greater Accra region. The other areas in the Greater Accra region we're going to be running into. But in the Ashanti region, you see Bantama. Bantama right there is an interesting constituency as well, because yesterday there was allegations of vote buying by the Deputy Chief of Staff, allegedly, but the party's chairman, I'm talking about the Bantama constituency NPP chairman, came out to say that those allegations were unfounded. But we're talking about Francis Asenso-Boakye, who is contesting the incumbent MP, Daniel Ochin Mabwaje, of that constituency. Now, the incumbent is a first-term MP who defeated his predecessor, Kwabena Kokofu, at the primaries in the last polls. Now, he faces a stiff competition from Francis Asenso-Boakye, a deputy chief of staff who has eyed this particular Bantama seat for quite a while now. And Daniel had earlier begged the Ashanti Regional NPP chair to have him go unopposed. But that did not happen. There's been fierce contest prior to today, the two of them going at each other. Clearly, there was some disaffection between them as a result of the contest to have the delegates in the Bantama constituency in the Ashanti region indeed vote for either of them. It's a place to watch. We'll see how the aftermath of today will be like, and how they're going to manage the differences in that particular constituency. But that's Bantama for you. The Adansia Soka constituency as well is a place to watch. Kwabena Tare Hammond, Katie Hammond, is for the first time in almost 20 years, actually this is the fifth term in Parliament, he's having someone come to contest him. We're talking about Samuel Benfo, a former president of the National Union of Ghana Students. He's young, he has energy, he's galvanizing the youth there, he's on the ground. We'll get to see how Katie Hammond is able to shut off that competition. Abna.
Right. Thanks for that, Alfred. And we have in the studio Mr. Ben Efson. He is a pollster and the managing editor of the Daily Dispatch. Also, we have Dr. Ali Seidu, senior lecturer with the Department of Political Science at the University of Ghana. Good morning, gentlemen. It's great to have you here. So, good morning. I mean, you heard Alfred run us through those constituencies. We'll be going back to him for further, constituencies and what is playing out there as we go along. But we'll take a break at this point. When we come back, I'll go to the experts here for their perspectives on the dynamics in the constituencies that we've talked about so far, looking at Navrongo Central. Also, we have Bantama, and there's also Adanse Asokwa, among others. So we'll see you shortly. This is Media Journal's coverage of the NPP parliamentary primaries. We'll be back shortly.
Cocoa dairy-free coconut milk. Cocoa dairy-free coconut milk. It's a fully plant-based milk, non-curdling in tea or coffee, and it's a lovely treat with any breakfast beverage or meal. It contains calcium